It's a beautiful day, isn't it? How you like the storms in your life? Well, what went wrong with that watch?
It has to be hung up crooked, and that's the problem. In order that it runs.
And you say, if a watch is crooked, it won't work. If a man is crooked, he works.
I don't know.
Watch out. Oh, yeah. What is it? Well, today is a birthday and you will be served with a cake. Katarka, where is she? Oh, you, Mani Singh's wife. Why didn't you write that? Where is he? Huh? Where is he?
Making the cake.
Okay, we are talking about the intrigues of the mind, and yesterday we talked about lot, and what is now?
The last thing is the mind has to be developed to give you a supportive strength.
Mind has to be developed to give you a supportive strength. And it falls in the category of intrigues and the mind. You have to understand that without mind you cannot work. And this is what the greatest illusion is, and you are disillusioned about one thing. The finest enemy of you is your mind, and finest friend of you is mind, because mind tell you you are working it. Mind tell you it is the duty of you to work it out. Mind tell you it is the best opportunity to work it out, and you work it out, and then later on mind said you did a bad job. You understand how mind changes itself? When you think wrong, you do wrong, you are getting along totally wrong, and in that wrong, what goes with you is nothing but your own mind. And when you have done it, then mind confronts you and say, hey, mister, this is not ethical. This is not consistent. This is not with your true nature. And you do not know what to do with it. That is how a guilt concept develops. That's the most weakening part of you. You feel bad. You feel guilty. You feel confined. You feel limited. Now, what is limited? I say, who are you? Why you are asking? You are limited. And normal answer is, I am a human being. In which connection you want to know me, sir? That is a general, a very simple question. You have not disclosed your earthly identity, but you have disclosed your international cosmic identity. I was making a phone call to somebody, and they were just like a police station. Who are you? From where are you calling? What number it is? Blah, blah, blah. I say, I'm a human being. I'm from City of Angels. It's a part of United States. And please note it that way. The guy for whom I am leaving a message laughed. He said, it must be Yogi Ji. Because nobody else can do this. So you are sometimes known by your generality and your concept of generality. How much cosmically general and unlimited you are, that much divine you are. And how much limited you are, that much human you are. And how much you undermine yourself, that much idiot you are. You must understand there's nobody who can damage you, there's nobody who can undermine you, there's nobody who can limit you. That's why they call it communication is your own divinity. Communication is your own divinity because after all your power is in your own self. How you project yourself is your strength. How you stop yourself is your strength. How you limit yourself is also your strength. But how environments limits you is your weakness. How anybody can limit you is your weakness. How you can limit yourself is strength. Both, mind the word limit. Mind the word limit. Limit is not a weakness. But if somebody does it, then it's a weakness. If you do it, then it's not a weakness. But there are some things which say stop. There is a sign called stop. That limits you. Then you have to obey that sign. It means you are limiting yourself because your knowledge tells you that that means stop. It's called understanding. So whenever you stop your mental activity, your physical activity, your spiritual activity. Dr. Sram, you understand that? You will not be diseased. You will not be sick. Cause of disease and sickness is, I am very sick. No, he's my doctor, he knows it. And he tells me, sir, you are not well. I say, yeah, I know I'm not well. And I don't want to be well. And he said, it's his duty to be well. So please him, I become well. But I don't want to stop. I want to finish my work. I have started a little late. Work is too much. Journey is lonely. It is very long. Help is very good, but very weird as far as my standard is concerned. And things, things are. I do not have automatic system yet. I have to weld my system, and my system has to weld my system. You know what I mean? So I have to be a counselor, a father, a con man, a genuine man, an honest man, a Buddha, idiot, all combined together to just make somebody smile. Have you seen sometime I say, I take my teeth out, it looks so weird, and tell somebody smile. What should I do? People don't smile. People don't want to smile. Somebody said, I am very worried. I said, who told you? I know it. I said, but what in you tell you that you are very worried? He said, my mind. I said, just smile. He smiled. I said, what did your mind tell you? Not that much worried. I said, smile a little more. Smile a little more. I said, how much now you feel worried? He said, little, much less. I said, just laugh loud. The guy laughed loud. I said, how you feel? He said, I feel very light. Because actually it was not he who was smiling, his mind was making him smile. And his mind was intense to tell him that there are worries. There's a one force, it's called mental intrigues and mental attributes. You'll be surprised. People who are very con, dishonest, who love lies, you talk to them, they will always talk about honesty. Believe me or not. Mostly saints and sages and godmen would have been thieves. But because of the polarity of the mind, intrigue of the mind, they became saints. Because sometimes we definitely conquer the opposite. Because there is too much in us and we can grab it. You have to understand, lot of things have happening and will be happening. Some people sometimes understand, well, how can I do wrong? Yes, you can do wrong. Because you have never valued the right. You do not know what is right. You do not know the joy of right. You do not know the ecstasy in the right. Why can you not be wrong? It's nothing wrong to be wrong. What is wrong? Wrong is wrong, and something which is wrong for you may be right for somebody. Somebody got drunk. So he decided drunk driving is difficult. So he started walking. Somebody mugged him. Very funny. Now look, this is a true story. The guy took all the money, he went to a bar, he got drunk. And then he took the purse out and said, I mugged you, where are you? And police got him. It's all mental intrigues. Normally a mugger, run away the purse, take away the money, throw it everything off, matter ends. Police even doesn't want to record this because they say they're not going to fight. It's everyday affair. But no, mind played a trick. Do you know why we want to get drunk? I mean, in this country, to be alcoholic is a prestigious thing. It takes a long time and long shot of money to become alcoholic. It's not something very cheap and easy. But no. Any person, A, B, C, D, E, who cannot handle himself, quote unquote, shall like to lean on something. It can be a drug, it can be alcohol, it can be anything. Now, it is against the basic nature. God made a person to be himself. Your identical identity is only you, and you within you is the cosmic law. And in that cosmic law, the light within you is the projection of you. And in that projection, you have to see you within the framework of your concept of concession to yourself. And in that concession lies your glory and your grace. And it is called human. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't, it all went over your head. I did it intentionally. And that fast you should be. And your mind should be that fast to grab the sequence. What I can say is my projection. What you can get is your receptivity. And in that receptivity, your mind should be congenial with the projection. When the teacher's projection and mental congenial of the student, projectivity become congenial, become affectionate, become at the same level, become the same frequency, without doing anything, you become wise. It's so simple. Why we serve the teacher? Somebody asked me this question. Why you love your spiritual teacher so much? I said, just to catch his frequency. The day I catch it, you believe me. He will know it, I'll know it. Well, you play dramas, you play a lot of things. Why not play one thing and you become above everything? There's a way to become one with God instead of playing mental games. You play just one game. It's very funny. In New York, there was a girl. She was my girl, kind of a very much beautiful, compassionate, extremely compassionate. One day she asked me, she said, Yogi, I'm in trouble. I said, well, okay. Tell me what your trouble is. She said, everybody comes and licks me. I said, well, your annual income is $6 million. Your taxes, $4 million. And with all break and this and that and expense and all charity and all that, you get home about $4 million, right? And you are always broke. Just to believe a girl getting $6 million a year, almost broke. She said, that's true. I want to end it. I said, it's a very simple thing. Just do simply. Anybody who comes, feed him, love him, and tell him, I am just attached with God. I have denounced my all attachments. And I love you. Let us break the bread together. And just little biblical, little ceremonial. That year alone, she saved $2 million. With a simple formula. She said, I want to save more. I said, what do you want to do? He said, now I know what I want to do with money. I want to give this money to the very poor, needy, through proper institutions. I say, all right, move this little house of yours in the river to a certain very cozy, confined place. So she did that. And next year, she was so lucky, she saved $4 million. And she did a lot of good work. And I am still today very proud of her. She lives pure, she lives radiant, and she has helped so many needy people that even sitting at this moment, I am very proud of her, and God is very proud of her. Before that, her job was, anybody who's tangled in the drug, she will give the bail. The guy will run away, his bail will be confiscated. In 1 year alone, she has to spend $1.25 million in bail confiscation, and finally she was served in a notice that you are not fit for any bail anymore. And he said, why? I said, well, God is helping you. Because you indiscriminately just bail everybody, you don't care. You have no value of money. Money is not what money is what you do with it. You can do a lot of good. Now, you know, with all her money and all her income, and now her money, because she has gone more in 10-year age, her other trusts have started paying her. She's taking about over 2,000 children who would not have been educated today or would not have gone to any school. They are not only studying, they are living in good boarding schools, and they are being educated just by that one person. So God had many ways to provide things. All you understand, if your supervision and your provisions are straight and honest, you will be very happy. Supervise your own mind. You know, it is my privilege and projection too. I know we don't have habit to speak the truth. But Ora doesn't know how to lie. You know, between these two. And that is the biggest ping pong game I play with people. I like to see how much one is near to one's own truth. In other words, how much grab and the handle on your own life you have. And that's a deciding factor how happy you are. Because once you have control on your own truth, I'm not talking my truth, his truth, that truth, da. I'm talking control on your own truth. And as much love you have for your own truth, truth, T-R-U, you know there is a word? Truth. Have you ever heard it before? Many times. Question is how much you can handle your truth, how much you are willing to pay for your truth, how much you love your truth, and how much you know your truth. That is in proportion is how happy you are. You play games, game plays you out, you left empty-handed this earth, and destiny is lost. Games are no good. Because this is one thing about games. All those who shall play games, one day games start playing them and they will be tired. They cannot catch up with it. They cannot make it up to it. And then they will fall on their face. And that's why the most precious life which we earn is gone waste. You know, I was reading the newspaper. It is the saddest day, but two things I was watching this. There was a actress who has died. She was the queen of the movies, and as young she was, how pretty and attractive she was, because that is how the arc line is, very young and forceful. And old, she was very old, and she was a very good ghost. And those pictures can show. I only wish when she was young she should have known that she'll be what she was. I don't think she would have gone that route at all. And then I saw that news, that the innocent Sikhs in the state of Punjab in India has been massacred by police firing squads, and well, it's expected. These are very honorable people and they want which is right and which is due, and our friendly government of India is not willing to give them what they want, and they were protesting like peaceful protest out, and the message was, get out in the streets, get down to the streets and protest. And you know, when this happens, what the government does is takes the bullet and try to test their practice, whether they can fire the guns or not. On the spot, 20 people died, but actually later on I had a contact and I found out much more than that have died, and much more have been arrested, and much more have been wounded. Well, anyway, that is the beginning of the Baisakhi of 83, isn't it? It is easy to prophesy that things are going to be hard, but it is very, very difficult to live through the hardship. But hardship has one of the greatest lesson in it. It gives you the sense of prestige and victory. Nobody can enjoy being graduate without qualifying in the examination. And it's very fortunate to talk about the Sikhs because they are the most qualified nation on the earth. The day one to this day, they have stood by the hardship and qualified themselves above it. But what I am trying to reach to you is, as an individual, religious or non-religious, wise or not wise, effective or ineffective, pervert or absolutely straight, you have one thing to understand: how much you love your truth and how much your mind keeps you away. How mind keeps you away from truth? Because you have a right of life. So negative mind, positive mind and neutral mind. Negative minds tell you it is wrong. It is wrong. Positive mind should tell you this is wrong and this is right. But positive mind doesn't tell you this is right. All it tells you, yes, it happened to you wrong before. Because positive mind has the access to subconscious. That's why in your behavior you are always afraid. Therefore you are not a human, you are a temperamental animal. Because your positive mind has access to your subconscious. It can pull all from subconscious and support your negative mind, and therefore you can never reach your neutral mind. And when you don't reach neutral mind, what you know who you are, what it is, what is going on. I love you. It's as a lie as one can believe. Your neutral mind is not telling you that you love. You are saying it only as a gesture. I hate you. This is not true too. That's why when somebody talks to me, I never listen to them. I just concentrate on the aura. This play is a beautiful game. It's like those games, you know, that Appman, that you play. It just like goes on, and I love it. And I hear something, you, somebody's doing it, but I read it very well. It's enjoyable. When a very full-fledged, well-blessed person comes in my presence and he freaks out, he shrinks, or his ego expands, it's fun to watch. What an untogetherness that the 6-foot guy is becoming 36-foot guy. Ah, ego, big. No boasting. Polite, intuitive, mental intrigues, taking him off the base. And shrinking, fear, personified fear, bring you down and down and down to the form of a serious and most serious depression. Communication, which is the art of human life, which is actually the perfect juice of human life. Some people can't talk. You just ask them 5-6 questions, they freak out. And some people cannot stop talking. Tack, 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 like a ducks. Oh my God. In India, I used to have a friend, whenever I go to his home, I'll put oil and cotton in my ears and tie a tough turban over it and then go. Because there was no way to avoid this tick, 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 tick. It was just a tick, tick, it was the telegram, Morse code, you know, tick, 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 da, 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 tick, 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 go on and on. It's called obligated torture. You have to meditate tonight. Mind and instincts, and I like to see how much you can bother yourself. There are certain problems without meditative mind. You cannot handle the following thing. You cannot handle happiness. You cannot handle your truth. You cannot handle your personality in combination and relationship to other people. So there are a lot of misgivings which in life, which normally should not happen. I've seen people coming and trying to be. I totally understand their desire, their sincerity, and they really want it. And then they get sidetracked. Not by environments, not by any greed, not by any attachment, but by their own mind. Mind is faster than time and space. With your mind, you think you can slip somebody, right? Your own mind can slip you. All right, let us see what it can do. Hold your two hands and put it on this side, like this. On the right side of the projection, balance your entire energy aura on the right side and lock your thumbs overneath, only then you can have it, otherwise it will be wrong. And this elbow goes almost near the heart center. Put it on the side. You'll not be happy with it, but it's okay. Oh yeah, things are sometimes abnormal. Inhale in one stroke. No, just small stroke. And pull the navel with it. Hold the breath and the navel at the same time. Get to that rhythm. Try it is a very beneficial exercise. Catch this rhythm between the navel and the breath. There is almost No big difference. It is about 36 inches or less. It depends upon how your height is. Let the breath travel with the touch of the navel rather than the diaphragm. Powerful. Concentrate. You are entering a very stressful state. Actually, the stress is not you are causing to yourself, the stress is coming out of you. And your mind is telling you, leave me alone, forget it. And you continue. That is the martial rhythm, they call it. Mind is becoming rhythmical, arc line is becoming shiny blue. Pull little more weight. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Come on, we are touching it. Now don't give up. You have gone through a lot of pain. Why to surrender now? Beat it! Relax. Good. Now, go by this. Hum, dum, hara, 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 hum, dum. Hum, dum, hara, 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 hara. Tip on the tongue. Hum, dum, hara, 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 hum, dum. 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 Breathe very long, very deep, and very basic. Come on, let your breath be under your control. Let it be very long and very deep. You got the breath because that was the price of the destiny. Breathe deep. Inhale deep, deep, deep. Hold it and press the navel in. Relax. Now please look at yourself when you started and now, and talk to your own mind. Take assessment of your own mind. Assess your own mind. Mentally talk to your mind. Create a relationship. Try it, don't be afraid. Just talk to your own mind. The biggest game player of the world is right within you. Start talking to it, it stops working. It's stopping work means it can't play a game. It can't play a game, it cannot skip you, it cannot slip you, it cannot do anything to you. Once you start knowing it, you start using it, start mastering it, you become master-minded. And that is the beginning of the era of happiness. Those who follow their mind, they end up crazy. Those who make their mind to follow, they may end up as a sage. That is the game. Let your mind follow the path of truth. What truth? That you choose. Right to your mind. We'll continue in mind and in streaks, and may our long time sunshine upon you. All love surround you. blessed with nobility, with peace, with tranquility, with honor, with dignity, with divinity, with grace as human beings. Give us the power to be related to the truth. We can dispense it freely and fearlessly. Give us the consciousness to be kind and to be compassionate. May we resurrect ourselves in the heights of infinity and find the dignity of the Godhood. May we bless this earth with Thy light and with Thy grace. Grant us to be healthy, wealthy and wise, so we can serve those who need us. Satnam.